I'm gonna... All right, so this is the community meetup. I don't know what you call this one, but we're talking about Cloudflare because they are part of the tech ecosystem generally, but very recently they really started pushing the tool to be used by agents, of which I've got my shiny toy syndrome kicking in, and I'm wondering, okay, what does this mean? Because Cloudflare is a little bit scary, I think, from even me, who's quite technical. Um, you hear terms like workers and flat files. It's kind of like, okay, I don't really know where to start. So, Joanne, a good friend of the community, has been playing around with Cloudflare, I think, for some time, way before this, like the agentic element. But recently you said to me, like, whoa, now it's kind of crazy what you can do from Claude Code. I suppose you're messing around in, or you're using Codex at this point, or Claude Code.
Yeah, I have like 3 years with Cloudflare, but honestly, like the last 6 months, I have been switching to run every single like more than 20 agents I have, but just a few are like killing killing my productivity. And that's when I came to you and I said like you should see what I'm doing and how it works. Like less than 3 months is like crazy what they have done, but I have 3 years almost using Cloudflare so far.
Yeah, okay. No, it's crazy. Right. So I'm just gonna just put some thumbs. If you have no clue what Cloudflare does, like in terms of technology or where it sits in the tech stack of all the tools that are being thrown in your face, is anyone like totally clueless? Just give us a thumbs up there. Right. Okay. Sophia is, Guido is. All right. Cool. So, I mean, Joanne, I've done this thing. If just to save you, because basically, Joanne, I'm not expecting Joanne to come up and try and be like prepare loads to teach. I wanted him to show us just what he does, basically. But if let me just, can you see my whole screen? Is that right? Can you now see
Yes.
my right? So if I go here and then um, if anyone knows a tool called Excalidraw, which basically is like a collaborative whiteboard tool, they have an MCP which is pretty cool. You just basically say, can you just draw me like use Excalibur to draw me what Cloudflare is. And it did this, which is pretty cool. So Cloudflare sits well, from a technology point of view, when this is your device, this is your, say, when you're trying to access a website, and Cloudflare traditionally, anyways, sat just before it accesses, say, BBC servers or Google servers or Happy Operators server. We don't have one, and they would sit in front of that in order to protect the company that's who has the server from being attacked or being able to host. Make sure the website can be accessed across the globe when it's particularly busy. Anyway, so they've been working in that space, but um, they also do a lot of other things as well. It's not just kind of sitting as a security layer in front of a server or an application. That might be workers, which I think are kind of like edge functions in Supabase. It's like basically you can ask it to run a process and it will run it for you and then return back whatever it's supposed to have done. That can be hosted on Cloudflare, but I haven't really used it. Hosting, so like hosting websites, they can do that. Storage of data, like Amazon have their own version, Google have their own version. Like I've just got data that I need to store, like an image. They can provide that service for you. Databases, and this is kind of authentication, I believe, zero trust. Anyway, what they did recently was allow that all that functionality that sits inside Cloudflare behind some relatively complicated dashboard, I would suspect, as like a newbie. They just gave the created a skill set and also the APIs in such a way that Claude Code or Claude could just talk to them very easily. That was kind of, I think, what happened in early 2026. Um, and so that's when I was like, oh, maybe I might start using it. And then me and Joanne just started chatting stuff. So that was just hopefully a little bit of a primer of where it sits. Is anyone like, okay, I kind of get it, or like still totally clueless? I can see Sophia has got a fan blowing very nicely on her face. You're good?
No, it's all perfect actually, and this is the, let's say, feature framework of Cloudflare, right? So it's perfect. I think
All right, cool. So I'm gonna
it's
stop
good.
sharing, and I'm gonna leave the floor to Joan, and he can, and then look, the way I want this to run, if I went and said, hey Joan, can I go for a coffee and you can show me how you do your thing, um, he's the type of person who'd be like, yeah, sure. So we're just doing that online, and if you have any questions, just ask. Pretty free flowing, and then we'll try and in about 30 minutes we'll be done, and we'll let Joan catch his flight and everything else. So please go ahead.
Okay, so I have a question before. Sophia or someone else, do you guys use Cloudflare? Like, is there anyone here using Cloudflare agentically, like with agents? No one.
No.
Okay,
No.
That's a good news for me because I would feel special, and I can
Yeah, you are
tell
special.
I can tell how it works. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show you guys how I use it. I prepare something here with my cloud code first. So can you guys see my screen, right? So these are the main systems that I think that I'm using it apart from like 200 others. But I think for us building agents and working with AI and LLMs, I think this is the way how we should actually see it. So number one, I have more than 88 DNS zones being managed, which are domains actually, or they can be domains and subdomains, but it doesn't matter. They are 88 domains, and I'm going to show you how they look today. Also, I'm using it as a hosting map. So I'm hosting a lot of websites from Cloudflare. This is the most important for me, automatic security. It's helping me a lot for security. Now they added email routing a couple of maybe months ago, and now I'm exploring how it works. The only problem they don't have is that I cannot stop paying Google for now, or like you can only do receiving email, but you cannot do back and forward. They are still not as good as I'm expecting to get and send emails. They can do the forward email, like you can get a lot of emails if you want to. So that's amazing. And also storage and data. But this is the same as a hosting. And then this is the one that I like most, which is tunnels, which means like, okay, you want to build a firewall and you want to leave a PC on your home without having to go online. You can build a domain, and you can say, once I'm out of my house, I want to go to my laptop and access to a domain. And only if my PC is on, because Cloudflare is taking care of the security, I can go online and access to that domain, not to a IP, which is my PC at the end. It's the same, it's an IP. But basically, I can go through my domain, and I'm going to show you today. So apart from that, the other part is here in Spanish. Why and how I use it with Cloud Code is because I didn't want to go inside Cloudflare to do all my things, because that was a pain in the ass, honestly. Like, if you have to do everything, the setting that you need to do with Cloudflare, it's honestly like you spend hours. But now with Cloud Code, you don't need to know where you need to go, because Cloud Code tells you, oh, we can go here inside Cloudflare and we can do it for you. And I was in need to do the research to go and do that setting. And I no longer need to do the research. Cloudflare already have two APIs. You guys should know this. There are two APIs. One, which is like, oh, be nice, be careful. And the one is like, oh, you are masterizing Cloudflare. You can go ahead and you can have all the control you want. And that's the one that I use. I take full access to Cloudflare.
Has he stopped for everyone else? Oh, there we are. Back.
I'm going to show you my Cloudflare screen. A second, where are you? I'm going to show you my Cloudflare account, actually. It's right here. So share Cloudflare here. So this is my Cloudflare, and I have my 92 domains right here. So you have one single screen. I call it Wi-Fi domain because this became famous online on Twitter because there was one kid in Africa or something like that, and he said, I'm gonna be rich because I'm gonna make money through Wi-Fi. So he calls it Wi-Fi domain. So basically, you put a name on top of it. If you want, you can come here and you can say, hey, I want to add a new domain, and you just simply come here and you go. Matt, can I know your website name? The Happy Operators website?
Yep. Happyoperators.com.
So I can simply operators.com. I can simply take any website, it doesn't matter which website. You can come here and you can say, hey, I want to point my website to Cloudflare. And this is free, okay? Just in case for you to know. You don't have to pay for these kind of things. So I'm gonna go basic because if no one have a lot of background, I would prefer to show you what you need to do today, which is gonna be easy to do and you don't have to pay anything at all. You can use any of these specific options. You don't have to, if you don't have millions of traffic, and you can go, hey, let me go through the free option first, which is 100K requests per day. That means like that's 3 million requests per month. Basically, that's kind of having 3 million bots and humans pointing at your website. And that's not happening to everyone, 3 million visits, that's too much. So then you go select, you go through the whole system. And here, Matt, this is a public information. We're not gonna show something that is not online. You can see your entire DNS. So all of this is publicly available. And Cloudflare knows that. So basically, when you do this setting, I can see that you work with Vercel, you have recent, you have NHN, NAN, your email. This is the security layer for your operations within your website. If you have this non-properly set up, somebody can try to hack you. But that's exactly what Cloudflare does for you. Like if you go to continue, they are telling, hey, I have found all of these DNS records. I'm gonna pull those and I'm gonna do a setup. I need you to change a DNS setting inside Cloudflare, and we will manage all of those DNS from Cloudflare. And that's the main reason why you need to use Cloudflare, because they are the number one killing insecurities in the internet industry. That's why most of the people understand and knows Cloudflare, because 3, 4, 5 years ago, they were protecting website would be, I'm not a robot, and you know that. So basically, they just said, we're not gonna do that only anymore. We're gonna switch. So Matt, if you take these DNS records, you do the setup in your domain hosting, and you'd say, I have updated, it's gonna take a while, but then your website will keep running exactly the same, but it would be protected. And from that moment on, you can have the API for free. You can have the full API for free, and you can connect and you can ask Cloudflare to say, hey, from now on, I want you to create a subdomain, and I want you to create a sub page, and I want you to use and run the free hosting you can provide me, and I want you to create a landing page and put this contact form, and I want you to use the same framework because Cloud Code will do it, and it's gonna put it together for you. And you don't have to go inside Cloudflare. You don't have to go to the DNS. You don't have to do anything of that because you are doing it through Cloud Code. So
Can I?
Go ahead.
Question. Yeah. So, but do you have to come? You have to come here first to first set up the domain. And then once that's done, the rest of the time you live in Cloud Code, or can you actually be spinning up domains from Cloud Code?
You don't need to go back to your domain if you do this, what I'm telling you, as long as you provide the right API, because there are two APIs. There's one, which is the one that I use first. And at some point I was tired and I asked Cloud Code, like, is there anything that I can do that I don't have to go manually inside Cloudflare and do it myself? And she said, yes, you can give me the full API. And I was like, okay, let me go for that API. And she gave me Cloud Code, told me, go here and here. And just keep in mind, you're going to start giving me access to so many things that you cannot even imagine. You're going to have superpowers. And I was like, okay, good to go. I'm not afraid. So yes, you don't have to go to your domain provider to manage your domain anymore. You can do it from Cloud Code, or you can do it from Cloudflare. That's the first thing, guys. So
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead, go
funny
ahead.
because I thought we had already I thought we had Cloudflare on happyoperators.com, so you've taught me something. I
I
need to go
don't
and
know.
speak to Rafa.
I don't know if you have it. You might have it because if you have these records that they change, okay? If you have
Yeah,
these records on your DNS, you will have it. But this is simply public information. I can see it, or
yeah, exactly.
I can
Maybe we
try to
maybe
do
we
the
did it
same.
wrong.
But if I don't do this in your DNS provider, it won't change anything at all.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
I cannot. I don't have any way to prove it. Okay, so I'm going back. The main view, which I want to show you guys, is that um where is it? Where is it? Here. So basically, I have my entire traffic, every single website. If I go here, I can see all of my website traffic. I use it for analytics, a lot of analytics. Like, I'm not using Google Analytics anymore. I just connect my API for analytics here. Oh, by the way, I run for people that know me yet, I run more than 50 websites that I do online marketing, SEO, and now generative and answering engine optimization for travel industry for my own website. So I can make money through referral. So I have like 50 websites from all over the world, and I need to handle so many websites that I needed a place where I needed to host and handle so much working at once. So imagine you have 100 websites as a marketing agency. How can you handle so many websites? You come here, you talk to Cloud Code, and you can control everything. So that was the first thing I wanted to show you. Like, if you're here, you can see all of the websites. You can see which one is having an issue. This is the one from Happy Operators. I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna
Is
say Happy.
do you if I was like a human being and trying to manage all these, what would I be kind of every month checking like are they still running? Are there any improvements to be made? Is that like can you now just get Claude Code to be doing that for you on a schedule or something?
That was the next thing that I was about to show you. Actually, that was like exactly the next thing that I wanna like. I think like if someone wants to handle 5 websites because you have 5 different websites, right? I'm gonna show you now how I do it. You know, because this is the way how I do it. So, let me go to share my screen again. I'm gonna go to Cloud Code now. So here, I'm gonna use the same conversation I had here. These are all of the projects I'm running. The one that I use most, Cloudflare, is this one here, which is the one that I was telling you before. I have so many websites, so I'm gonna do it here. So I'm gonna do this like necesito analíticas de parte de Cloudflare y de parte de Google Search Console y que me hagas una comparativa de los últimos 7 días.
Spanish lesson as well. I like it.
Las top 10 performers websites. No me des el total de todas. Dime las que mejor han crecido respecto a los últimos 7 días. So basically, something I really do a lot is that I just talk to Cloud Code because I want to create skills. So if I talk to Cloud Code very often, she will understand me and the way that I talk, and I feel my tone, my orders, and the way I am speaking, and update my skills, every single of my skills, so you can understand me. Because I think in 6 months we're gonna have something talking to me. I'm not gonna be talking to it, honestly. Like, I'm this crazy. So what this system is doing now is that it's going to Cloudflare and it's going to Google Search Console because, Matt, the reason why you should use it is because every single API you handle is integrated with Cloud Code and Cloudflare and is protected to Cloudflare. So basically, I have my. I'm gonna show you what I'm capable to do now, because as
You're
I
on
have,
Fable.
yeah, I am.
You're using
I
Fable.
let me
Oh
let
my
me let me
God.
let me put it down because I want to save some credits into Netflix. So
Exactly. I was like,
basically,
whoa.
yeah. So basically, this is what I want to show today. Okay, I bought a domain recently. I buy domains every week. So if I buy a domain right now, I can say I want this domain to get the DNS records, but it has nothing to do with Cloudflare because I buy domains in another place, not inside Cloudflare. So Cloud Code has my API from my DNS provider.
Oh yeah.
Cloud
Okay.
Code has my DNS, my API from my Cloudflare provider. It has the hosting right now, and also my GitHub account, right? That's the only three things that I need first to get started. So I can ask like, which are the top 5 domains I own, which have no project on it. So basically, it's gonna go to my domain provider. It's gonna check my domain provider. It's gonna see which domain is the most relevant for me to put together a project to optimize traffic and to start getting um, traffic in short term so I can make money. But the idea is not how I make money, it's how is Cloudflare managing every single step from hosting to DNS to domain to security to SEO to agentic SEO to because I have built skills, like
Yeah.
marketing, like all of these skills, they are implemented to be one step after the other. So
How
right now is doing a research. Yeah, go ahead.
how far do you think you're off fully automating the kind of programmatic website business model that is that how I'm
That's
reading
a
it? Is that a
that's
fair
that's an
assumption?
that's an amazing question, to be honest. Apart from buying the domain, 99%.
Yeah. Now, but how much hand holding are whilst the tools can talk to each other, where is the that's only one part of the puzzle, right? Or is it not? Is it actually quite simple? It's just more about picking the niche or picking
It's
the
just
domain
it's
that
just
makes
me.
sense.
Like, okay, Alice, where you from? Alice Janine, where you from? I can hear you.
She's from England. I can't remember exactly where you're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, the UK in England.
Which is specific? Which is there any touristic area in your destination?
Probably Birmingham would be the closest.
Birmingham. Okay, okay. That's an
Yeah.
amazing example. That's an amazing example. Let me go through that example, Matt and Alice. Let me show you something. Let me show you what I have built, so you can ask me how automated it is. So let's do it.
Maybe
Okay, so
if you make it Peaky Blinders
yeah,
themed,
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do
I'm
that.
sure
So
that would pique some interest.
intelligence. So listen, I have my API, so I can do a market intelligence right here. You can see the other market intelligence. So I tell do a market do a Viator market intelligence for Birmingham,
UK.
UK. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's gonna do the full analysis, Matt, and then I'm gonna decide what domain I want to buy. I buy the domain in 2 seconds, and then I tell build the whole system on top of this destination for Birmingham. Focus on Peaky Blinders, and it's gonna do the entire market research. It's gonna do the SEO search. It's gonna do the DNS setup. It's gonna do the email setup because I need an email. It's gonna do the first link building analysis. It's gonna build the first 2 link buildings. It's going to link it to previous websites that they might have a potential link building structure for SEO. And it's going to do everything for me. So here, guys, so you can see here. So here you can see, I can see the Cloudflare pages. So you can see if one here, these are the domains, the top growing domains, 1,448 percentage. Honduras, Esvedra, and Ibiza, because I bought this domain and I already achieved my goal, which is return ROI, 100% ROI from this domain. So if I buy a domain, my main goal is in the first 3 months, I want to get the money back, any domain. So I just
be very clear on like where is what's the purchase? Like what's the thing that you make the money on at this point? Just to clear it up for anyone else who's not
what's
aware.
the thing I make money on?
Yeah,
You mean like
it's the affiliate, but like people are buying a trip, right? That's
yeah,
ultimately what it is.
they are going to Barcelona. They are gonna go to Sagrada Familia. They search for Sagrada Familia trip, and
Yeah.
they figured it out for some reason the keywords that I'm building through SEO. They search my website, they go through my website, and they click within any of my websites, and they click to go to buy on a specific website. I don't sell anything at all. And if they buy something, I make money. That's it.
Yeah.
I
So
don't charge anything.
Do you ever is it only ever programmatic SEO or do you buy ads as well?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you know like Google ads? Like, if
I
I'm
don't. I
picking
don't do. I don't. I don't do any Google apps. It's everything organic right now.
Yeah,
100%
okay, cool.
organic.
So it's just
All the
it's just programmatic SEO. Right, okay. And
money.
then you mentioned email. So is that whole thing in terms of the email gets set up from Cloud Code on Cloudflare, or am I getting mixed up? Like, is the
Yeah.
email connected to Cloudflare, like info at
No,
new domain, or
no,
is that
no,
a different thing?
no. Right now, I just do catch-all, and they allow you to do it any domain. So here's
Ah,
some
yeah, okay.
example. Here's some example of the money. For example, this is the website. So if I want to see how much I have made today, let me see how much money. If there is any reservations today, no reservations today, but yesterday, we sold $33. And this last month, we made $1,222.
Hmm.
And that's for the future, of course, but this is the money I'm making. So you can see the destinations. You can see Punta Cana, you can see Punta Cana, you can see Sagrada Familia, you can see Punta Cana, you can see Punta Cana, Madrid, you can see Madrid, Barcelona,
Yeah, so
Malaga.
I see this as like if you can get Claude, if you can get the whole thing automated, then it can justify the effort. Like if you had to manage all 78 websites
Yeah,
physically, you might be like, okay, is this going to pay
it's
out? But if
impossible.
you can get the agent to be doing it for you. Right, let's go back to Birmingham, UK.
Yeah, so Alice is somewhere here, and so I can see here that these are the main not
Oh.
Birmingham, but Telford. So you can see the things that are very available for the market intelligence inside my provider. So I can go and just say, dame 5 dominios para comprar
Ah.
que estén disponibles, que estén disponibles para posicionar y generar beneficios. So it's gonna go and
Alice.
check.
Alice, just a
uh,
quick one. Is Shrewsbury Prison guided tour? Is Shrewsbury Prison the place to be?
Maybe I've just not heard of it and I'm behind the times,
Right.
but I haven't been there or heard of it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
quite a
Okay.
long way from Birmingham as well, I would say.
It does say actually. It does say it's not in
So
Birmingham, but
so the idea is here is you can see that I have these domains right here, like El
Yeah.
Dorado Park or Escape Bar Punta Cana. So I can tell she knows that these are my domains because it has my API from Dominican Republic Punta Cana. All my domains inside my domain provider. So I can tell, okay, do a research about this specific domain and tell me how many activities we should go ahead and do the entire implementation. Take all of it, motherfucker. And she goes and does everything for me. And automatically it will start building the entire process from DNS setting, email setting, SEO setting, publishing, going and registering through Google Search Console. And the coolest part is that this used to take me maybe a week. To do the first positioning, I needed to take a week because I needed to buy the domain, prepare the website through WordPress. I needed to go and do manually some SEO. I needed to do some first editing through creating some content. I needed to know how I wanted to do the UX and UI, the colors, the images, where I would get the images for free. That was a pain in the ass, a hell of a time
yeah.
spending to just plan. And now every single skill that I have in my head since 3 years, I just put them together inside this same system. And I build a process where it does like Cloudflare, 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 Cloudflare 10 times. And then it tells me, hey, it's live. And it
Is
takes maybe, yeah.
I see, like, how much traffic are you seeing coming from ChatGPT or Claude, or can you see that?
Actually, I can see it here in Cloudflare. Let me show you. That's a good question because there is actually a number. I don't know where that link is right now, but there is actually a place inside Cloudflare that you can see worldwide, bots versus human traffic, Cloudflare, and then I can go to that page. Yeah, here. There you go. Now this is the blog. There is a link inside Cloudflare that tells you that. Okay, it's right here. Let me go to Cloudflare and see if I can find it. But I can see the traffic, Matt, because Cloudflare tells you how much is robots and how many visitors are robots and how many visitors are real people. Let me show you here, like this website, like Rio de Janeiro. I bought a domain in Rio de Janeiro, so I want to see here somewhere around down here. Rules, caching speed, DNS, analytics. I don't remember if what workers or analytics, but there is a place that you can see how many visitors are coming from robots trying to scrape your website.
Yeah, I get that. But the reason I'm asking, I'm like, so let's take the Pope visit, for example.
Yes.
Like, because I think I understand this right. Search is changing, where you don't necessarily have to have a be around for a while before Google searches it, right? Now if your domain and path is really relevant to the question, ChatGPT will come and crawl it.
There you go. Look at this. So here it is. So you can see that most
look at Claude.
You see, right? So basically, it's a lot of traffic. I mean, this is a website that I published recently. It's not an old one, but that's not the problem, honestly. Like the good thing about Cloudflare is that you can actually tell Cloudflare, I want you to be agentic friendly, and it's gonna go agentic friendly. It's gonna allow these agents to come more often because you're building the content on top of this specific framework. So if I show you this, which is the last thing I wanted to show you, but I can jump to it. I built this, man. So and thanks to Cloudflare, I'm registering every single of my websites right here. I build clusters and all of this traffic because of the clusters, like in, I don't know, Barcelona, where is Barcelona? Europe, I don't know. So if I do this, US, Canada, these are all of the websites. So now I know the real traffic, how much is increasing, the positioning, the impressions, and the Google Analytics stage on. I can go to Google Search Console, I can go to GitHub, and because Cloudflare has all my APIs, I can put together all of this information in one single place. Number one. Number two, if you ask me, I can build now, I can build now agents inside Cloudflare that are running my websites. Like this website you can see here is fully an agent, which is marketing agent, understand all the KPIs coming from Cloudflare. It understands all the hosting, all of the issues. It generates all of the images, and it's Cloudflare, which is handling the entire orchestration of putting it together, the full website. And this website is running alone. Like you can see here today, this guy just created how many posts? Like one, two, three, four, five, six posts. It took SEO to the next level. It went through the image generation, through the content creation, through the another image generation, through the FAQs for the SEO right here. It did the research about startups, and it's all been orchestrated inside and thanks to Cloudflare. Because of I developed it with Cloud but you need something that is handling the hosting, the APIs, integrations, the connectivities, and all of that.
What does Cloudflare not do?
Well, you need to think about all of these things, honestly. It cannot tell you, hey, you should do this. Actually, I'm discovering new things every day because I'm using Cloudflare and I'm not an expert in Cloudflare. I'm just a user that is becoming an expert by using it because they add so many things every week that you cannot even understand how fast they go. So to answer that question is that you need to know what you want to do, like to protect your website, to build a full cycle. And let me tell you something you said before, okay? because of your presentation. When Cloudflare fails, every single website in the world fails. I don't know if you know that. Like
Yeah,
more than
we
70
sometimes get hit.
percentage of the websites are hosted or protected by Cloudflare. So what they are doing is actually they are building their hosting, they are building the security, they are building everything that you were supposed to protect. So why don't you just go to Cloudflare, because they are the ones that does it better. So they are taking care of security. SSL is free, hosting is free, traffic protection is free, security is free, managing your DNS is free. So why up to 100,000 visitors? So they are just taking over the internet, honestly.
Well,
Like,
yeah, that was my question in the sense, let's say, do I need Vercel or Netlify?
you don't.
Yes, you don't need them. You
You
need
don't need
GitHub. You probably need GitHub
no,
if you have a,
you don't need
but
them.
like if you want versioning and
You need it as a third body because of something fails and you never recover anything or you lose everything to Cloudflare, which I'm expecting not to happen. But I do have GitHub, but I have my API integrated.
yeah. Do you if you started buying domains from Cloudflare, then you would,
Much better.
yeah. So then
Much
you would
better.
have that. Okay.
Yeah,
And
you can buy domains.
it seems super cheap. That's always like what everyone says when it comes to hosting like
Well,
an application. Is it actually, is there some weird hidden costs?
no, no, no. I actually have cheaper places
For
to buy
domains.
domains.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I will just do it because it will be more safer to buy it through them. I like I have I can buy them for, let me show you. Let me show to the audience so they can buy domain if they want. But if you go here, I buy domains right here in the this is my new domain provider, Spaceship, and this is where I host most of my domains, like almost 99% of my domain right now. And if you search for Mad right, you can do boom, and it's 880. That's $9. That's so cheap, honestly, right? And it's
Why?
cheaper than
Yeah,
Cloudflare.
why is there so much price difference in domains? I've always wondered. Like, why is it so cheap? Because you always get these like first year this cost, and then the next year X. Like,
Well,
do you shop around with domain providers?
yes, I do. I do. I buy domains let me show you the second one because this is one in people in Spain will love it. There's a solution. You can buy two domains, up to three domains for €1. So I can do blah blah and I can search for domain and you can buy three domains for 4.95. You see? So
Yeah, and I
this is cheap
suppose
as hell.
if it doesn't work within a year, you just kill it, at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. You're gonna pay the same anyway. So that's why I have so many domains sometimes, because I buy two or three domains at once and I buy them. But the problem is, how do you manage all of those domains? How do you manage to deploy on top of those domains? And that's why I need Cloudflare. Honestly, like Cloudflare allowed me to say, hey, you know what? I need security, I need deployment, and I need speed. Let me go through Cloudflare. And the price is no longer an issue. Today I am paying for Cloudflare for some specific things because I want to do SEO, generative optimization and engine answering optimization. So I'm paying a little bit, but I'm just paying something between 20 to 30 years on a monthly basis for 100 domains. That's insanely cheap.
The going when you first showed, sorry, I mean, please people ask questions. I'm just asking questions.
Por favor.
If you have
Anyone
one, just
questions?
put your hand up. I'm just like chatting. But you pay per domain. So let's say all your domains became really popular and you'd have to upgrade to the $20. That's $20 per domain, correct? Or is
Yes.
it's not per account. Yeah, okay.
Per domain.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah,
But in most cases you don't need to. That's what it looks like.
but the thing is, Matt, why would you worry if you invest in a domain and you do an ROI of 20x in a single year? You
No, it's
will
nothing.
pay,
Yeah, it's nothing,
that's nothing. If I buy a domain and I pay back that domain in 3 to 6 months, I'm fine. I just recover my money. And if in the next 6 months I make one single sale, which is the minimum revenue from one domain is something between $10 to $14, I just double my investment. It's like if you think about investment, I double my investment. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
every
it's
domain.
like
So
internet real estate,
yeah,
but it's
it is.
like in physical terms, it's like buying parking lots, You got to start like I can't buy a house, but I can buy little parking spaces. It's like buy little parking spaces on the internet. Just if you get 5,000 parking spaces, you're good.
Yeah.
That's how
The,
I'm
the thing
seeing it.
the thing is here, let me show you. Let me see. So if you can see here, I told to build and it's building. It's doing every single step. You can see here. It's going through like 20 steps, which is building the entire structure. Is doing you can see here, it's creating 30 activities. It's searching for these activities right here. It's taking English, Spanish, and Portuguese. It's creating 50 blog posts. It's targeting a specific 25 clusters. It's going to do 60-40 indexable content, which is 40% of the content won't be indexed, and the other 60% will be indexed because of the rules of the other. My referral provider, they have a specific API rules that I need to respect. And it's going through the DNS Cloudflare zone. You can see here, this is what I wanted to show. This is the most important. DNS Cloudflare zone is delegating the DNS inside the Spaceship domain. It's
Mhm.
creating a Cloudflare pages project and it's adapting it to my custom domain. Then it's taking every single code and it's gonna upload it to the hosting and it's creating the documentation for each of the sites and it's adding a new document and a new domain inside the 63 websites
It's
network of
creating
websites that
it's
I have.
creating the website itself, right? Or not?
Yeah, no, it's just creating the website right now. I'm just talking to you and it's doing the job. That's why I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it. That's why I said, go ahead, start working. And I don't have to do anything else than just buying the domain. That's it.
Yeah, which is pretty
That's it.
badass. Go on, Sophia.
Sofia,
Um,
porfa.
Very cool. It's a really cool system that you've built. How long have you managed to have like this much of it automated for? And what has your accumulation of domain names looked like since that point? I guess what I'm interested to know is kind of like, what's your bottleneck now? Is it just your tokens on Claude?
My costs. There are three costs. Number one is the domains. Every month I renew domains, but also I buy new domains because I'm always researching domains. Just to like these last 3 weeks, the top three domains that I bought that I never thought about them was in Japan. And I'm placing domains in Japan for the Spanish and American market or English speaking market. That's one. So
But on the
10.
just as specifically, she was asking about bottlenecks. Like what stops you? What gets in your way now for spinning up 1,000 domains? Like how would you
Oh,
decide what not to do versus to do? You know?
okay. It's just this sometimes, buying a domain, but renewing domains is a cost. Like you asked me, how much does it cost me, right? My cost structure is cloud code as a solution today, holding an entire building structure, not keeping it alive because I don't need cloud code to keep these things alive. And then I'm spending something between 2,000 to 3,000 euros on a yearly basis in domains. But honestly, I spend maybe 500 to 1,000 every year buying new domains and repaying them. I might lose one every two domains. Like I buy two and I lose one. Like I don't renew one. So I lose money, but I'm making investments. So I think that is nothing that what I'm losing by the money that I'm getting back.
When
Yeah.
do you when do you when do you kill a domain? What makes you go, okay, I'm not going to bother with that anymore?
Uh, Number one, procrastination. That's one. Yeah, like I forgot to renew it, but I keep an eye on the top domains. Like Sophia, for example, if I buy a domain that I know it has an amazing value, I pay 10 years automatically. Like my brain is just like this domain is gonna be so valuable. Like for example, I bought a domain that I never thought it would be available, and it's Esvedra Tools. You know Esvedra in Ibiza? You know what is Esvedra in Ibiza?
No, sorry.
It's
It,
very
it's
good.
like it's one of the most touristic areas. It's a stone in the middle of the ocean, which people goes to have a view there in Ibiza, and Svedra tours. People search for how to go to Svedra, how to travel to Svedra, how to watch the Svedra views, a tour to Svedra, and I'm like, whoa, this domain is available. I bought that domain for 5 years. The investment there, even though if I build an agency or I want to sell it to an agency tomorrow so they can get traffic after I build traffic for 5 years, they're going to be so happy to buy it for 10, 20,000 euros if I want to sell it. So it's an investment as well, because you're generating valuable traffic. So I think it's just a matter of feeling like procrastination, and also if I don't monetize it. Like if I see a domain that have made no money after 1 year, I just kill it. You know, I just don't waste my time.
Or it's a domain play. It's like, oh, this will be valuable. I know I've got an instinct or something's telling me this is going to be valuable in 3 years, so I'm going to hold on to it. But
let me tell you something interesting. I have been chasing a domain since 10, 13 years ago, you know, and I put 1,000 euros bet on that domain almost 10 years ago. Luckily, the owner of the domain never renewed it, and I was able to buy it, and I paid 500 euros for that domain. That domain was on sale once for 25,000 euros, and today I think that the domain costs 200,000 euros, and I paid 10 years for that domain because I know in 5 to 10 years that's gonna be the price. You see, it's like watching the future when you see a domain. Something cool is gonna happen with a .com. And you need to own it. You need to own those domains if you know about domains. And I'm not an expert, honestly. I'm not an expert.
No, but you know, I think you're doing it, which is amazing. I mean, me and Rafa we explored programmatic, you know, I don't know what you call it, SEO, domain buying, and we got one offer yesterday or 2 days ago. A project, which is pretty mad.
Look at this. For example, if you live in Spain, you know how valuable this is. And I owned this domain for a long time ago. Trabajo, check at this. Trabajo de camarero. It's waiter jobs. Right? I own this domain, right? So I'm doing programmatic SEO now with this domain, and I'm creating a page that is going to make just one sale, somebody posting a job. I already is going to 5 times my investment, but it's SEO for 3 months, SEO for 3 more months, and then somebody's going to come and is going to pay, or I can start building agents that I now know how to build synthetic SERs that I provide them an email, and they start shooting emails to every single restaurant industry, and it automatically replies, and it offers automatically like, hey, why don't you post your job for waiters here? And now that's the next step that I'm doing now. Like I already have 2 agents like that doing that, and it's validating the email. It's making sure that there are not emails for catch-all, and it's sending emails to every single industry that I'm targeting. And I can do that for every single specific industry, you know. So that's my, and it's only Cloudflare that allows me to handle the entire security, because you build it with Cloudflare, with Cloud Code, but Cloudflare does the orchestration security on top of it.
Right, love it. All right, has anyone got any questions? I need to run for my kid, so that's why I'm a bit like, let's get this done. Has anyone got any more questions? No. Right. Grant, thank you very much. I mean, I learned loads there, and I'm a little bit less scared about Cloudflare, which is good. And you've inspired me a little bit to start spinning up websites for specific reasons, but I'm maybe not going to hit 90 or whatever it is, 78. But I'm right behind you. All right.
This is the best part. This is the best part, guys. Next time is going to be about this. Okay, it's going to be about building your own CRM. If you do Hotel Pulitzer, you can build this orchestration, and this is Cloudflare entirely. Like if you go to the map, and I build like my own here, you can see this is the coolest thing I have built because of Cloudflare and Cloud Code.
Yeah, we'll do another session on the CRM bit that you've been sharing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty buzzed for that.
Yeah, so that's the next thing. Hey, Matt, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I hope you guys.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
See you very
Very
soon.
interesting. Thank you.